how to win customers and keep them for life. So I have been keeping customers and winning them for life since 1996 when I jumped into the Rich Dad Poor Dad brand, 2000, started my own brand, and we have been doing this ever since. So I have a lot to say about this and how do you keep them happy. Let's talk about enhancing the customer experience. And for you that are beginners, what is the customer experience you want them to have? Then we're going to talk about selling experiences, not just the products, right? Like one of the things that I say about our key signature dish, right, called the Big Table, is it's not a program, it's a lifestyle. We're teaching you to live corporate life. So it's a lifestyle of an experience that you're going to be living with you and your family to create generational wealth. So we're going to come back and we'll fill in a lot more detail. And then I also want to finish talking about the art of target marketing and then storytelling. How do you create the stories? Now, with us, we're able to do a lot of testimonials through those storytelling, but in the beginning, you're going to need more storytelling. And then once you have a lot of testimonials and results, you can back off of that storytelling yourself as the owner, but you're going to have to start with that. So let's begin. So how do you enhance the customer experience? Well, I want to back up one step and say, if you're just a beginner and just starting, what's the experience you want your customers to have? Let me give you a few cautions that I see going on. Is a lot of people just want to consult. They want to come in and say, these are things you're doing right or wrong. And whether it's image consulting, as little as detailing your car to nutrition to like the experience I want you to have is I want to make you a millionaire, right? So then how do I give you an experience and create an experience from reading the book first to then what, to then what, to then what, right? From here, I'd say read the rest of the books. Then I'd say grab my game, then come to one of our intensives, which you can grab free tickets to that below in the description. Then. I want to show you and give you a team to do it with and for you. If you just want to be a consultant, which there's a lot of people who are stuck in this model, they just want to tell people what they're doing right or wrong. I don't need that. I have a smart enough team around here, 15, 20 of us. We could sit around for 30 minutes and come up with 1,000 things we could fix because you're always being a hypercritic of your company. Like, what do I want to fix? What do I want to fix? Don't be a consultant, I guess is my point. To solve problems for people, you'll make more money and be more sustainable. And the experience is going to be more enjoyable for the client. If you just told them how they're broke, they don't care. Like, how's that going to help them? You need to fix them or give them resources to fix them. So what's the problem you're solving? And what's the experience to get them to the solution and create that journey? Then how do you enhance it, right? Which is one of those of you already up. Ask them. How simple? Poll them, survey them. I want to create the best customer experience. I want to create the best journey. Like we had feedback last year that said, fix the member platform because it had been going for over 20 years. There was so much content. And so we backed it all off. We changed easier platforms, right? Which is also a huge cost savings for the company. By the way, we moved it. And then I'm just telling you this super transparently what we did. And we pulled back and we said, all right, what makes millionaires? Make money? What are the categories? Make money. So we reorganized all the content and make money. Then we said, you got to keep the money. So we reorganized all the content and keep money. Then we reorganized all the content and invest money. Then we reorganized all the content and how to use a team. So that's how you become a millionaire. You make it, you keep it, you invest it with the team. That's the experience you have when you walk through here, not a program, a lifestyle. So I'm sharing what we're doing so you kind of get the memo, like what's the experience? I'll use a web designer because those are my favorite, like bumpiest ride for most people. I have a client, actually, I talked to her today. This is not even a made up story. She paid $7,000. And I said, for what? And she's, well, I don't know. Well, the coach was on and he actually used to run, part of the company with me. So he's like, well, I looked at the contract. There's no database. There's just a sexy website. It's like, you got to be kidding. You paid $7,000 for a sexy website that can't collect money. There's no merchant provider. There's no automation to it. It's just a lot of sexy stuff that looks good graphically. What's the functionality of it? Can it make you money? Could it even run money? And worse than that, like, where's the database that's going to hold all the people that's going to come out of the internet? I was like appalled. But people are getting away with it all the time because they're consulting and they're going to take a year to probably get this process done for this client who done differently should have it done in the next week. So I could go on and on and on. You have to map this out, like get on a big whiteboard, say, what's the experience? If I want to make a millionaire, what's the experience? If I want to get somebody healthy, what's the experience? If I want to get somebody a great website and web presence and just call it digital marketing, that's really what it is. What's the experience? Are you going to make them do everything? Do they do content? Do you do the photo shoot? Who does the videos? Like, how does it all work that you really guide them into an amazing experience? But again, the fastest way I know to get enhanced experience is ask them what they want. What more do they want? What do they want? And how can you be better at delivering it? So again, selling experiences versus products. I'm going to use our big table again. We sell a corporate lifestyle for you and your family because corporate lifestyles is what's necessary. I mean, absolutely required to then pass on for generational wealth. There's no other way to do it, but exactly the experience we walk you through. Now, people will say, well, what if I didn't get the experience? Well, you know what? The internet's the bathroom wall. You can write anything you want about anybody. So I can give you the entire experience. If you don't want to do it, of course, you're not going to have a great experience because you don't want to do it, or you don't want to hire, you don't want to do the sales calls, you don't want to do the things. So again, you want to really create a rich experience. I would say high touch. The other thing a lot of beginning entrepreneurs don't do is you don't have enough support to manage the customer, support of the customer need. I agreed when I started the company in 2000, we will have somebody answer the phone. You're not going into some big voice thing. Now, if you're after hours, you'll probably go into our voicemail, but we have someone here at least 8 to 10 hours a day answering our phone, saying, how can I help you? What do you need? And actually follow through so the customer has a better experience and they don't have to go through some phone tree and end up in somebody's voicemail that never gets answered. So when I talk customer experience, I'm talking the entire experience. And the other part of it to you beginning entrepreneurs, how long are you open for business? Are you even open for business? Like a lot of you are just emotional entrepreneurs. You like the title, you like to say you do a thing, and then your job for 8 or 10 hours, you're not even available to help a customer. So how are you going to have a good customer experience? So you really got to think holistically about the customer experience, how easy you make it for them to walk through your process and walk through your system. Are you listening to them? So again, stay in high touch with your clients would be my highest advice to you, and guidance, because it's what we've done since the beginning of starting a company, because I can't stand going into long phone trees, never getting service, or having to do everything on the internet and hoping some bot or somebody gives you back some answer. So before I go to the last point, I want you to subscribe to my channel, click that notification button. I want you here 5 days a week, every day. Share it with your family. Click that notification button. Actually listen to the videos. Come to the video thinking, I'm going to learn one thing today. I'm going to apply one thing. And so you can imagine after 52 weeks of watching this channel, your life's going to be very different at the end of this year. And we're filming this all at the beginning of 2024. And I want you to have a very profitable year, a minimum of an extra $100,000. So the last thing I want to talk about is target marketing and storytelling. So who is the market that's best for the experience? So ours is two, right? Growing entrepreneurs. Now, we used to do a lot of startup entrepreneurs, but they're harder to work with because they're moving from an employee psychology. We work with anybody, but who's our real target? Growing entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs who actually want an exit, they want a sale, they want to transition, but they want to go not only to 6 figures, they want to go 7 and 8 figures. The other target market for us is high income earners, because you're getting killed in taxes and you don't know it. You're just used to overpaying taxes. So we can reduce your taxes through corporate life structure and set your family up for generational wealth. What you're doing as a solo employee, and that's all you have in your life, is not going to work to do it properly. It just isn't. I've never seen it happen. How do you target your market? You have ads, you have content, you go to social media, and you start finding your tribe. And again, before you build a lot, I want you out here finding your market. I want you talking to people. What do they want? What's the experience? What are your offers? How can you give that to them? And storytelling in the beginning is very, very powerful versus when you're later in your career, like we are now. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of testimonials of people who are successful. So I can use their stories, which are evidence to what we do works. So for a lot of you in the beginning, you're going to be storytelling, using that, say, so when I'm a millionaire, so when you're here, when you're right, and you're really speaking to their future because you're not there. I'll give you one last example. When I first started in 1996 and I had the cash flow game and I started financial coaching, I would always ask, are you a millionaire? And I would say, in my storytelling, I would say, no, I'm not. And by the way, storytelling is not lying. Storytelling is just, you got to create a story like of influence out of it. Is no, I'm not today, but I will be. And when I am, you're either going to have come with me or you're going to sit on the sidelines and watch me. So be part of my community. And I started from the beginning with that narrative, and I just kept building on that story. And then I would get, 20 new clients, and they would be successful, and I could add their stories into my story of all the ways you could become successful creating money. So think about your target. Who is it? What's the customer experience? Does it match what they want? And what's the storytelling to testimonial process that you're going to put into effect? High trillion-dollar tip advice, stay high touch. I think I'm the only guru mentor in the world that gives my big table clients my personal cell phone. And I actually learned that from Bob Proctor. He was doing that. I said, my God, aren't you just inundated? He said, you'll be shocked. They're going to inundate your organization. They won't inundate you unless they think it's, really important. And that's what happened. So no, it's very manageable. So some of you, you're scared to death to give your personal phone because God forbid they'll bother you. I want you bothering me. I want to make you a millionaire. So if you have any questions about how we do this, how you could do it, how we can help you do it, or just anything in between, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.